Claire didn't know what she was going to do anymore about her situation with her husband. She had isolated all her friends and family away from her, either before or during the marriage. She hated to admit it, but when the truth came down to it, her husband was abusive. He didn't do anything like hit her, so for the longest time she thought that she was the problem, or that she was overreacting. He would degrade her, though, and make it seem like everything was her fault. When she would try to speak out to him, he told her that she was making up stories, and events she said happened didn't. Even her own parents were a place that she didn't think she could still run to. While they were engaged, her parents told her that they had a bad feeling about Thomas and didn't want her to marry him. She was young and in love, though, so she chose Thomas and hadn't even spoken to her parents ever since. One day in the mail, she got a letter that made her entire viewpoint shift. It was a pamphlet for abuse victims to tell them that they weren't alone. That was the push she needed to pack up her things while Thomas was at work and leave him for good. She didn't really have anywhere to go, so she found herself back on her parents' doorstep. She wasn't sure if they would even accept her back. Besides the fight, Thomas had polluted her mind that she was a burden, and nobody but him would want her. When her parents opened the door, though, they ushered her in and told her to stay for as long as she needed. She apologized profusely for the things she had said and told them they were right all along. After telling them the whole story, they told her that she was not a burden, and they wanted her very much. She didn't know what she was going to do with her life, though. She needed money for a lawyer to divorce him, and she hadn't been allowed to work while she was married, so she had no money and no job. That is when her parents told her what they had been doing the entire time. They knew that she would one day see that Thomas was not the man she thought he was, and would need help to get out of it. So, they put money away into an account for her, to help her once she saw the truth and left him for good. Claire cried in happiness that people loved and cared about her so much after all. The parents also admitted that when she thought they were away from her life, they were watching over her the entire time. They were the ones that sent the pamphlet in the mail that helped her realize the truth. She hugged them both and was ready to get on with her life.